सर्बिया में पाकिस्तानी सफारत खाने के मुलाजमीन 3 माह से तनख्वाहों से महरूम है। महंगाई ने माजी के सारे रिकॉर्ड तोड़ दिए हैं। पाकिस्तानी सफारत खाना की जानिब से कहा गया और फीसें ना देने पर बच्चों को स्कूलों से निकाला जा रहा है। क्या ये है नया पाकिस्तान? सवाल किया गया। हम कब तक खामोश रहेंगे? ट्विटर अकाउंट पर ये पैगामात सामने आए हैं। सर्बिया में पाकिस्तानी सफारत खाने के मुलाजमीन 3 माह से तनख्वाहों से महरूम है। महंगाई ने माजी के सारे रिकॉर्ड तोड़ दिए। पाकिस्तानी सफारत खाने का ये कहना है, जबकि फीसें ना देने पर बच्चों को स्कूलों से निकाला जा रहा है। क्या ये है नया पाकिस्तान? पाकिस्तानी सफारत खाना की जानिब से कहा गया और फीसें ना देने पर बच्चों को स्कूलों से निकाला जा रहा है। क्या ये है नया पाकिस्तान? सवाल किया गया। हम कब तक खामोश रहेंगे? ट्विटर अकाउंट पर ये पैगामात सामने आए हैं। सर्बिया में पाकिस्तानी सफारत खाने के मुलाजमीन 3 माह से तनख्वाहों से महरूम है। महंगाई ने माजी के सारे रिकॉर्ड तोड़ दिए। पाकिस्तानी सफारत खाने का ये कहना है, जबकि फीसें ना देने पर बच्चों को स्कूलों से निकाला जा रहा है। क्या ये है नया पाकिस्तान? यहाँ पर वक्त हुआ है ब्रेक का, लेकिन उससे पहले शामिल करें।
We're shifting focus now to more news coming in, and this is about the bankruptcy in Pakistan, which is now being confirmed by their own diplomats who have been posted across the world in Pakistani embassies. One such Pakistan diplomat has now taken to Twitter and exposed the Imran Khan government over the dues that the government owes them for at least 3 months. Now, this diplomat works at the Pakistan embassy in Serbia, and he's taken to Twitter and he says, and I quote, "With inflation breaking all previous records, how long do you expect, Imran Khan, that we government officials will remain silent and keep working for you without being paid for past 3 months? Our children have been forced out of school due to non-payment of fees." Massive embarrassment there being piled on the Imran Khan government by their own. This time it is a diplomat who is serving in Serbia for the Pakistani government, has not been paid his dues for the last 3 months. Pradeep Datta with me for more on this. Now, Pradeep, the economic troubles of Pakistan is world known. They have been going around with a begging bowl to everybody that they could go to. Several loans have been taken from the IMF. Several loans were also denied by the IMF. There are several other countries that have also invested in Pakistan. But clearly these issues and their economic troubles are not over, and they're now affecting not only people within Pakistan but also those who are serving outside for the government.
It's a big embarrassment for Pakistan and Imran Khan, because Imran Khan was the one who, after swearing in, has said that he's going to give Naya Pakistan to people of that region. But instead of Naya Pakistan, see what is the situation right now. Their own diplomats exposing them a big embarrassment for the country, saying that inflation rate over the period of time has increased to an extent that for the last 3 months they haven't got salary. In such a situation, it will not be easy for them to send their kids to school. They have also put out a video in this regard. They said that they have no other option, but they were left with little to do, because they had to finally come out and speak about this thing, because reason being that it has become very difficult for them to fend their own families, because these are the diplomats. See, if you look at the condition of the diplomats, if diplomats are not getting salary, what can be the condition of the people putting there in Pakistan? Already we have seen that the foreign exchange have dropped from the $24 billion to about $16 billion, and few days back they have already compromised with their sovereignty. A bill was passed in this regard when they got a loan from Saudi Arabia, $4.3 billion. Right. Saudi has already made it clear that within 72 hours they will have to clear the loan, otherwise they will have to face a problem. Problem is that despite facing so many problems, they have the money to support terror, they have the money to provide money to aid and abet terror, they have the money to keep India outside Afghanistan and use that money for bleeding India 1,000 guns. Had that money been utilized for the welfare of their own people, I think that today they would not have to face such a kind of an embarrassment. So what kind of an Naya Pakistan?
Imran Khan wouldn't have to go around the world with a begging bowl if some decisions would have changed as far as the policy of both the state and the military there is concerned. Stay on with me, Pradeep. Colonel Arasan Singh, defense expert, with me on this broadcast. Now, Colonel Singh, like Pradeep was also pointing out, there is a lot of money, a lot of expenditure by the military, by the government there, that goes into ensuring that terror groups flourish on their soil, that ensure that infiltrators are aided and abetted by the Pakistani army so they can infiltrate into India and unleash terror. They could have put that money to good use for their own people.
You know, money doesn't grow on the hardy trees. So, I mean, there are no low-hanging fruits. As far as Pakistan is concerned, all those trees have dried up over the years. So you are absolutely right. I mean, the amount of money that is required to sustain these jihadi groups is, almost 50% of the salaries of the Pak military. There is very little difference, actually. I mean, not much difference between the salaries of these, jihadis and regular soldiers. It's very difficult to sustain. And, that is why, you see this in Peterson, drug smuggling, in India through the aegis of the Pakistan ISI. And you must have seen that spurt in the, in narcotics seizures in India. So that is how they are trying to sustain themselves. And it is not something, I mean, even in the past, you remember, Nawaz Sharif had said that, Mirza Aslam Beg, when the army chief had come to him, and then mooted the idea that, allow us to indulge in narco business to finance the jihad against India. So I think all those sources have dried up over the years. And actually, if you ask me, Pakistan has collapsed. Pakistan has collapsed, and unless they make a drastic, turn around as far as their approach to life and jihad is concerned, I think there is no salvation.
Right, Arsan Singh, thank you so much for speaking with us. You're on Times Now. Pradeep continues to be with me. Now, Pradeep, terror funding is something that the world is looking at. There's also the blacklist that Pakistan is staring at for their inaction on the terror groups that flourish on their soil. And yet we see them not changing their course at all, be it the civilian government led by Imran Khan or the military.
See, half of the budget is spent on army and the rest of the budget is spent on funding terror, and that's what exactly Pakistan is doing. You rightly said that had they put this money for good use, and I think today their own people would not have embarrassed them on Twitter. The diplomats coming out and saying that they are not getting salary for the last 3 months, so they were left with no other option. A reason being that if you look at the condition of even Afghanistan, also the country that Pakistan had been trying to destabilize from day one, and that country is also there got a food crisis, and when India wanted to help them by providing them 50 metric tons of wheat, the Pakistan is even creating stumbling blocks. They are also not allowing the wheat to go there, saying that they will be using their own trucks. So in the if you look at the Pakistan's strategy, it's only to support terror, because how long they will survive on the what money they are getting from the other countries? Because every time, you rightly said, that Imran Khan is moving with a begging bowl, going to each and every nation, asking for the money. They have got the loan from Saudi Arabia, but again, they have compromised with their sovereignty, which no other country would have done, where the 72 hours Saudis have said they have to repay the loan, otherwise they will be taken as a defaulter. And that's
absolutely what, Pakistan's economy is on a downward slope, and the Pakistani government needs to recognize that and take steps and not fund terror the way they're doing for the moment. Thank you so much for getting us those details, Pradeep.